Hero, our hero claims a warrior's heart.
Здравствуйте, с вами Геймплей, и сегодня мы с вами продвинемся немножко по пути Скайрима и поговорим с Толфдиром, чтобы выполнить вот это задание «Благие намерения». Где у нас находится Толфдир? Толфдир у нас находится здесь же. Коллеги Винтерхолда.
I'm afraid so. There's a problem with one of the Jarls here in Skyrim. I'm afraid so. There's a problem with one of the Jarls here in Skyrim. She's been complaining of a member of the college running amok in her hold. We have, of course, severed all ties with the mage in question, but the Jarl isn't appeased. So the mage needs to be taken care of, if you understand me. I would hate to see our reputation further tarnished. Very good. I hope this will allow us to maintain our reputation.
Разобраться с бродячим магом. Тут же выполнено. Интересно, когда ты его успел выполнить. Да ладно, у тебя на лице написано, что тебе нужна помощь.
Well, yes. This is rather embarrassing, but it seems I've misplaced something. I can't find my alembic. I suppose I could use another one, but, well, it sounds silly, but mine has sentimental value. If you happen to see it, would you mind bringing it to me?
Помнится, я где-то видел здесь недалеко, в этой... Ну ладно, если не забуду, надо будет его захватить. Что ты говоришь, у тебя пропало? Ты можешь рассказать мне об оберегах?
Not long, but you can't start casting with a fireball coming at you. Also, if your ward isn't negated by an incoming spell, it will recharge itself after a moment or two. Just be careful. Casting wards requires constant concentration, and you can easily find yourself drained of your magical reserves.
Урак посоветовал мне обратиться к тебе.
Does he have information about our wonderful discovery?
Он говорит, что тебе стоит прочитать эту книгу.
Yes. Well, I'll be sure and stop by the Arcanium later. I just can't seem to tear myself away. Whatever this is, its beauty is like nothing I've ever seen before. If you'd allow me to indulge myself for a moment, I thought I might make a few observations. I'm sure you've already noticed the markings. Quite unlike anything we've seen before. Heliod, Dwemer, Daedric, not even Falmer. None of them are a match. Quite curious indeed. Now, I'm not sure that you're quite as attuned as I am, given my extensive years of experience, but can you feel that? This marvelous object, it practically radiates magicka, and yet it's unlike anything I've felt before. Archmage Aaron is already hard at work, and hopefully we'll have more information soon.
I'm afraid I must intrude. It is urgent that I speak with your associate immediately.
This is most inappropriate. We're involved in serious research here.
Yes, I've no doubt of its gravity. This, however, is a matter that cannot wait.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never been interrupted like this before. The audacity. I suppose we'll continue this at some later time, when we can avoid interruptions.
I need you to come with me immediately. Let's go.
Следовать за Анкано. Я не понимаю, что происходит.
Well, allow me to clarify the situation. I'd like to know why there's someone claiming to be from the Sijic Order here in the college. More importantly, I'd like to know why he's asking for you specifically. So we're going to go have a little chat with him and find out exactly what it is he wants.
Ты же тут просто советник, разве нет?
Technically that is true, but I still report to the old Merry Dominion, and I cannot ignore this situation. Don't worry. You can return to your petty squabbles and meaningless research as soon as this matter is resolved. Now, you are going to speak to this monk and find out why he is here, and then he will be removed from college grounds.
Поговорить с Куараниром.
Please do not
What you
be
learn
alarmed.
here will last you a
I mean you no
lifetime.
harm.
Several if you're talented.
Что они застыли все? Кроме этого.
It is good to meet you in person.
Что ты сделал?
I've given us a chance to speak privately, but I'm afraid I can't do this for long. We must be brief. The situation here at your college is of dire importance, and attempts to contact you, as we have previously, have failed. I believe it is due to the very source of our concern. This object, the Eye of Magnus, as your people have taken to calling it. The energy coming from it has prevented us from reaching you with the visions you have already seen. The longer it remains here, the more dangerous the situation becomes. And so I have come here personally to tell you it must be dealt with.
Если дело настолько опасное, почему ты ничего не предпримешь?
I'm afraid it's not that simple. You must understand the Psijic Order does not typically intervene directly in events. My presence here will be seen as an affront to some within the Order. As soon as we have finished, I will be leaving your college. I'm all too aware that my arrival has aroused suspicion, especially in Ankano, your Thalmor associate. Nevertheless, my order will not act directly. You must take it upon yourself to do so.
С чего бы мне верить тебе или твоему ордену?
I presume you refer to Ankano's distaste for the Psijic Order. The Thalmor see our order as a threat because we have power, and we will not allow them to control us. I assure you that we mean you no harm.
Так в чем, собственно, проблема?
As you may have learned, this object, the Eye, is immensely powerful. The world is not ready for it. If it remains here, it will be misused. Indeed, many in the Order believe it has already. Rather, something will happen soon, something that cannot be avoided.
И чего вы ждете от меня?
We believe that your efforts should be directed towards dealing with the aftermath, but we cannot predict what that will be. I fear I have already overstepped the bounds of my order, but I will offer this. Seek out the Augur of Dunlain here in your college. His perception may be more coherent than ours.
Кто такой Авгур Данлейнский?
He was once a student here at the college. Now he is something different.
Где можно найти этого Авгура?
I am unsure. He is somewhere within the college. Surely one of your colleagues must know his location. I am sorry I cannot provide you with further help, but this conversation requires a great deal of effort on my part. Now, I'm afraid I must leave you. We will continue to watch over you and guide you as best we can. It is within you to succeed. Never forget that.
I'm sorry. Were you
Well,
about to say something?
What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't understand.
Don't play coy.
Так, ну-ка
You
спрошу
asked
у
to see a
этого.
specific member of the college. Here he is. Now what is it that you want?
There's been a misunderstanding. Clearly, I should not be here.
I'm not sure what happened. A monk from the Sijic Order. Here after all these years, and then he just leaves. I hope we didn't offend him somehow.
Чего хотел этот псиджик?
Beyond asking for you, he never said. Very strange indeed.
Тебе доводилось слышать об Авгуре Данлейнском?
Has Толфдир been telling stories again? I thought I made it quite clear that this was a subject inappropriate for conversation. Please, don't allow him to continue to discuss the subject.
Ну, появился этот значок. Это, видимо, бессмысленно что-то спрашивать. Хотя можно,
I'm
конечно,
not sure
спросить.
what just happened, but I assure you I will get to the bottom of it.
Я не понимаю, что тут выяснять.
Whatever it is those Sijics are up to, they cannot be trusted. For all we know, he's here to scout out the college. I'm sure they want to undermine our efforts.
Какие конкретно работы они хотят сорвать?
This orb, the Eye of Magnus, whatever you want to call it, it's clearly powerful, and no doubt they want it for themselves. I expect to be informed if they make any future attempts to contact you.
Чем ты здесь занимаешься?
I am an advisor to the Archmage. The Thalmor wish to promote relations with your college. I am at the Archmage's disposal if he requires advice.
Архимаг часто обращается к тебе за советом.
Perhaps not as often as he should. In time, I believe he will be more trusting.
Мне бы хотелось больше узнать о Талморе.
Now that stability has been established between the Dominion and the Empire, we seek only to help Skyrim, to guide its people through this time of transition, to help lead them to a better future.
Тебе доводилось слышать об Авгуре Данлейнском?
The what? No, I'm quite sure I have no idea what you're talking about. I suggest you mind your own business and return to whatever it is you do here.
I am not
Так.
up to anything. I apologize if I have offended you in any way.
We
Идем
will see about this.
по маркеру. А вот он. Это Толфдир.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
Тебе доводилось слышать об Авгуре Данлейнском?
Well now, there's a name I haven't heard in some time. My goodness, it's been years since I've spoken with him. I suppose he's still down in the Midden, but I haven't checked. Are you going to see him? Do tell him hello for me, won't you?
Где находится Мидден?
Underneath the college. It's not the nicest place, so if you go down there, please do be careful.
Можешь рассказать мне об Авгуре Данлейнском?
Well, I suppose he wouldn't mind. It was all before my time, you understand. I've heard the stories, the same as anyone else. He was a brilliant student, an accomplished wizard, delved into magic in a way none had seen before. But I think he became too focused on just how much power he could acquire. That's what led to the accident. All right then.
Вот он медленно. Куда же идти-то? А, сюда, наверное. Так, куда-то влево. Влево. Так, сюда. Надо взять. Здесь вот уже раньше был. Это называется кузница о тронах. Здесь можно делать эти посохи о тронах. Очень полезная вещь. Так, это неполечительная книжка. Мастер иллюзии. Очень интересная книга. Надо, наверное, взять ее, что ли. Так, значит, нам теперь сюда. По всей видимости. Бля. Кто-то там лазит, кто-то там бегает. А вот он. Ах ты, бля, он с луком. Так, наверх. Вряд ли наверх, наверное, сюда. Невидимая тьма. Зубы привидения еще у него должно быть. Куда он делся-то хоть? Пропал куда-то. Интересно, что это такое? Скрипит скелет. Так, там какая-то непрочитанная книжка. Дерерум диренис. Навык алхимия повышается до 26. Так, идем дальше. Все-таки, а что же за эта дверь? Ого. Да, реликвия мизинец. Ну-ка, активируйся, реликвия мизинец. Не активируется реликвия мизинец. Интересно. А здесь что? Еще кто-то летает, видимо. Там звуки непонятные. А жертвенный козел лежит. Что у нее есть козы? Козы все козье. Блин. Ух ты. А ну-ка, разберись-ка с ними. Ух ты, блин, что это было? Ха. Так, ну ладно, значит, туда пока не пойду. Оно не относится к этому квесту вообще, видимо.
Your perseverance will only lead to disappointments. Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter.
Авгур Данлейнский. Вот он. Так, активируем. Ты есть Авгур Данлейнский?
I am that which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun. Those who have sent you have not told you what they seek, what you seek.
А и что же я ищу?
You seek that which all who wield magic seek, knowledge. You shall find this. Knowledge will corrupt. It will destroy. It will consume. You seek meaning, shelter in knowledge. You will not find it. The Thalmor sought the same thing, and it shall lead to his end, as it has so many others.
Талморец, наверное, это Анкано. Талморец, какой Талморец?
One who calls
Ну,
himself
точно.
Anкано. He seeks information he will find shall be quite different. His path will cross yours in time, but first you must find that which you need.
Что мне нужно?
You and those aiding you wish to know more about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware. To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff.
Посох какой-то.
Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center. So you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your archmage.
Выполнено явиться к Саусу Арину. А какой посох? Что за посох? Понятно. Так, ну ладно, значит надо возвращаться к Саусу Арину. Так, другого пути нету, только сюда. Так. Так, это путь не туда. Я отсюда пришел. Да, точно, я пришел отсюда. Так, ну-ка, может, можно просто спрыгнуть куда-нибудь там. Наверное, можно спрыгнуть сюда. Так. Опа, это еще куда это я попал? Блин. Охренеть можно. Это я вышел куда-то. Там Риэль. Вот из Скайрим. Ладно, сейчас. Я карту. Это даже не это Винтерхолд. Так. А как же туда переместиться-то теперь? Так. Так. Теперь вот так. И вот так. И вот так.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several if you're talented. It's no secret that the college's reputation in Skyrim is tainted.
Я хочу сообщить тебе кое-что важное.
Really? And what might that be?
Нам надо найти посох Магнуса.
I'm sorry, what?
Посох Магнуса.
Well, I'd certainly love to have such a powerful staff, but I'm not really sure that any of us need it.
Он связан со сферой, которую мы нашли.
And how do you know of this?
Мне удалось поговорить с Авгуром Данлейнским.
Did you really? And he specifically mentioned the staff of Magnus? I'm impressed with your initiative. Of course, someone will need to follow up on this.
Что мне делать дальше?
A most impressive attitude. Keep this up, and you'll do quite well for yourself. Something as specific and ancient as the staff of Magnus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabelle mentioning the staff somewhat recently. Why don't you see if she can tell you anything? I'm quite pleased with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice. Well done. This circlet once proved invaluable to me. I hope it can be of use to you now.
Выполнен обруч мага. Добавлено. Начато открытие невидимого. Говорит с мировелой эры. Ну, в общем-то, на сегодня хватит. Подписывайтесь на канал, кто еще не подписан. Пишите комментарии. Делитесь этим видео в соцсетях.